Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. Out here again on another breezy day here along the coast. I had a trip scheduled for this morning, a snapper trip, and obviously, as you can see, it's blowing. A little too rough to get out there, so unfortunately, I did have to cancel that trip. But I had a live well full of some beautiful croakers, about, I don't know, 3 inches or so, 3 to 5 inches, and it's not too rough to be inshore, so we're gonna see if we can get on some fish this morning. It's around 9 o'clock right now on a rising tide. And we're gonna see if we can get on some flounder, redfish, trout. Starting out here at this little bar right here. This is just one of the Berry Islands. And there's plenty of bait here. Got a ton of current ripping around this little shallow point here. And we're gonna be using this little Carolina rig. I've got a long, I guess, relatively long leader with a 2.0 Gamakatsu J-hook, small croaker. And I do have a weight. I do have a little small 1/4 ounce egg sinker on there because this current is just ripping so fast. If you don't have a weight and you try and free line a fish out here, it's gonna be way back here behind the boat. So we're gonna go ahead and get us our cast out here, get way up there around that point. And it's really a good spot to catch anything, redfish, speckled trout, flounder, because of all this current that's just ripping around this point here. Just makes for a great opportunity for these fish to stage up right here, just kind of wait for bait to get pushed around this bar. And it's definitely pushing. I'm actually having to open my spool on my reel here because it's dragging my bait right here behind the boat. So once I get way back here, if I don't get a bite, I'm just gonna make another cast right over here, just kind of keep making that same motion, same drift. All right, so no bite on that cast. You can see I cast it over there, and now my bait is way back here behind the boat. So we're gonna make us another cast in a different spot and get a different drift, because I know there's fish here, or at least I think they are. There's a bite. We got something on here. Feel that weight on the end of my rod tip. Something's working on them. Come on, come on. We got them. There we go. Okay. Decent fish. It's got some weight to them. Back the drag down a little bit. Also, they may feel bigger than they actually are just because I'm having to fight against the current as well. Come on, what we got here? Don't be a catfish. Don't be a catfish. Oh, it's a nice trout. Nice trout. Yes, sir. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Boom, yeah! Quality fish on the croaker. Yes. Call me the croaker soaker. I soak croaker and catch trout. All right, second cast with that little croaker. We probably got a, I don't know, 21.5, probably 21-inch trout right there. Quality fish. I'm not gonna be keeping any of these trout today. Catch a flounder, we might throw them in the box, but right now we're just feeding them some croakers. So we're gonna let her go. See if we can get another one. All right, well, as you can see, we have moved spots. I guess that was the only trout there because I fished for another 20 minutes, didn't get a bite. And also it started getting a little sporty on us and just made fishing a little uncomfortable. So we have moved to a more comfortable location. We are gonna start flounder fishing, and I'm gonna be using the 4-inch Zman Ballerz. This is the pearl white color. Can't go wrong with white fishing for flounder. And I've got that paired up with a 3/16 ounce T3 Outdoors jig head. Now this is a local guy here in Mississippi that makes these jig heads. Very similar to the Death Grip style grip, but they do have like the eye strike eye on there. So you kind of get the best of both worlds, and they are very tough hooks. So got that paired up with a 2500 Vanford on a TFO. This is a medium power rod. That's enough talking. Let's see if we can get us a flounder. Water is not great, it's not horrible. I don't think water clarity matters all that much for flounder, as long as you can get a bait in their face. If they're here, they're gonna eat it regardless of what the watercolor is. We're gonna start off fishing a few of these little islands here. I do prefer fishing structure for flounder, but I guess if you think about it, an island out in the middle of nowhere is kind of like structure to these fish. They can kind of get up in that grass. There's some flooded grass around here, and there's also a little bit of shell bottom here. I've done well here in the past, so we'll see if there's any around. Tide cycle is not great right now. We're about to come to the high point in the tide cycle, and there will be like a little lull, and then it'll probably start falling here in the next couple hours. I definitely like a good falling tide, but really any moving tide is good. And I'm trying to get my lure close as I can to that grass without getting hung up. And I'm just doing one hop bounces. Covering water is what it's all about, y'all. You can sit here and work it real slow and drag that thing on the bottom, but it takes a long time to cover some water. Now, if I catch a fish, then yeah, we'll drop the poles down, or we'll hit the spot lock trolling motor, and we'll make some casts and really bang an area out. But really got to find the fish first. It's not like speckled trout fishing most of the time. There we go. That's a fish. Yep, small one, but it's a flounder. That's the guy we just missed. He's just a baby. Just a baby. Almost felt like a shell. And I just kind of pulled my rod and dragged him to make sure it wasn't. Got something in his belly there. Bye-bye, buddy. Well, that's a good start. 5 minutes in, already caught a fish. Not the size we're looking for, but we'll get him. Good side. Ooh, that's a fish. That's a fish. Give him a few seconds and set the hook. Little guy, skipping him across the water. Number 2. Jighead got him good. I'll try and get it out without hurting myself. Or him, her. There we go. Well, that's probably a 12-inch flounder. That's back-to-back casts. We're gonna let this guy go. That's a good fish. That's a good fish. Might be a flounder. Come on. What we got? What we got? Oh yeah, good flounder. First cast at the new spot. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Well, seems like we're picking up a few here and there. Good 15-inch flounder. This guy's bleeding, so we're gonna throw him in the box. I was gonna keep a few anyways, and we're gonna see if there's any more out there. So just a little pro tip here, y'all. If your bait keeps sliding down your hook like that after you've caught so many fish, you can get some fishing glue right here. Just put a small dab on the barbs of your jig head there. Push that bait up to it and let it cure for about a minute or two, and that will keep your bait on the jig head just like you want it, fish after fish, especially a Zman. Well, let's hope that wasn't just a fluke, catching one on the first cast. No pun intended. We're gonna re-up on some Pro-Cure. This is what the bottle looks like, by the way. This is all I use. Several different flavors, if you will, that you can use. I don't think it really matters as long as these baits have some kind of scent on them. When they grab them, they're not letting go. And also, to help disperse the Pro-Cure on that bait, you can get it wet, swing it around real quick, and that'll just kind of spread it all on that lure right there and keep it on there a little bit longer. I'm gonna cast right back up to this little concrete wall, bulkhead, or whatever. Work it back to me real slow. We're in a lot deeper water than we were previously. It's about probably 14 feet right here under the boat. So it's a quick drop off. Got a lot of structure around and then a good drop off. It's just a recipe for a good flounder to be hanging out right there. Lots of pinfish and bait fish down there. That's why I'm using the Zman products, because they can take a beating and just not get tore up. That's a fish. That's a flounder. He's got it right here. Ooh, he is dark. That's a dark fish. Come here, buddy. Ooh, my goodness. Look at his tail, y'all. I'm gonna let this guy go. Very unique fish right there. I don't know if that's something wrong with his tail or some kind of genetics. He gone. Let's get us another one. I don't know if y'all can see on the GoPro, but there's tons of little fry, little minnows. There's some finger mullet right here. And that's exactly why these fish are hanging out right here. Waiting on one on the, oh, okay. Probably some trout around too. And this dang yellow fly is gonna die before the end of the day. Ooh, felt that bite. We're way out here too. Yeah. Come on. I need some dinner. No. Another smaller one. Hey, we ain't gonna complain about catching fish at all. Probably about a 13, 14-inch fish. Beautiful. 4 fish in about a 25-foot radius. Pretty good. Just need some keepers. I think we've caught 7 flounders today, and one of them is a keeper. Ooh, that's a fish. We got him. Feels like about the same size though. Yep. No shortage of them. Got him. Ooh, that's a bite. Yup. Way out there. Just scattered all that bait too. Man, they are all about 14 inches. Which, these are actually legal fish, y'all, but I don't like keeping these smaller ones. You just don't get a whole lot of meat off of them. Unless you're just gonna cook them whole, I guess you could. But that's just me. Golly, he was hooked good. Ooh, that's not a snag. Yeah. That will be our keeper right there. That's probably a 15-incher. Actually get a decent fillet off of them. Yeah, lively. All right, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. Ended the day strong with about, I don't know, a dozen, 15 flounder. A couple of them were keepers, but we just threw some of the smaller ones back. This guy right here is not wanting to give me my jig head back. There we go. All caught on the same Zman Ballerz in the pearl white color. with that T3 Outdoors jig head. I'll have a link for them down in the description below if y'all like to go check them out. And hey, if y'all do enjoy this type of content, I fish for just about anything and everything here along the coast, including flounder. And if y'all like that, y'all be sure to hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it or if you learned something. We'll catch you back out of the water next time.